Hey all, this is Vineet David, Assistant Professor of SNSP School Institutions of SNS. So yes, today we are going to look into the topic called visualization, visual perceptions. So yes, so the visual perception refers to the process through which the brain interrupts and make sense of visual simulations received from environment, and it gives us how it should be sensed and how it should be visualized. It allows us to understand and respond to the world around us and recognize objects interrupting depths and distinguish between the colors and shapes. So the visual perception involves combining the psychological process as well as the physicals into it. So in the same way, it is also used in this data visualizations also, where it is combined with it. So the perceptions may differ from a person to person. So on the same way, it should be conveyed in one meaning to everybody. So the light entries of the eyes. So the light passes through the cornea, pupil lenses, focus into our retina. Second, the signality, the photo cryptic cells in this retina convert light into electrical signal. So the signal transmitted through the optical nerves to the brain of it. So these are all the basic things which we need to know, so that the colors which we are implementing in our data visualization will speak with us, will have some interactions with the stakeholders, so that they can easily go through what it is. So no bright color, the bright color indicates some point of meaning, and the light colors indicate some point of meaning. So every stages we do have every state of meanings into it. So this light and color perceptions. So the wavelength and color, so different wavelengths of light are processed in the different colors. So red, it has that a longer wavelength. So the violet has something a shorter wavelength. So the mixed colors, so it is something called the combinations of colors, and it has some confusions of stages. So it has some the cones and the bright blindness like color perceptions, which we use a color theory to bring everything into one perception. So the charts are maintained properly, as we discussed in the videos. The charts has implemented their own combinations, or to find the trends, or to go with the locations which we are looking for. Everything has their own maps. On the same way, we have this color theory to make the perceptions to fall on one line. So these perceptions gives a meaning. If a team is sitting in front of the manager who is doing a visual perception, on that sort of time, all the teammates should fall on one line to understand what the manager is telling of, because the representations which he has in the visuals. So on that point of time, he has sourced the data, he has processed the data, he came into a conclusion to work on the data sets. So on that point, it is the meaning where it should be understand in one point to the whole teammates. Every human being have their own perspectives on everything. So if a person likes a product, then the next person will not like the product. Maybe he can like the product, or he doesn't like the product. So their own perspective. Maybe a person likes some bikes, maybe some person doesn't like that bikes. So everybody has their own taste, their own perspectives. On that point of time, we have to be very clear about what we are showing and what we are into the space of giving it. So depth and distance perspectives. So the binocular clue, monocular clues, and the motion parallax and accommodation. So the binocular clue is two eyes provide the slight different views. So we do have some different kinds of views into this dashboards. So we have to make clear what sort of things, so that we need to know about the basics and the principles of this visualization, so that it is very easy to adapt us what sort of decisions are we going to maintain in that visualization with the perspectives. So yes, this perspection has their own sort of meanings. Everybody has their own sort of comments on this perspectives, but it should be cleared by the person who is in the front, who is trying to make a decision out of the perspective, out of the data. So the person should identify very clearly of what he is doing, and he should complete it off in one meaning point. I hope you should have got some idea on it. Thank you so much.